Hello, welcome to season 2 of the Sacred Soul Sisters podcast. Oh my goodness, we are in 2026 and I have never been more ready for this year. Oh my gosh, the year of the fire horse. Well, welcome before we get too far ahead. Welcome to the Sacred Soul Sisters podcast, a sacred space created for awesome souls who have spent years caring, giving, leading, and holding it all together, and are now feeling the quiet call to return to themselves. However, that call may be just getting a little louder this year. I'm Justina. I'm a Reiki master teacher, healer, nurse for over 20 years, transformational speaker, retreat leader, workshop leader, and this podcast is an invitation to you to allow your inner soul to slow down, soften, receive, and remember who you are beneath those roles and responsibilities and expectations that you've been carrying, but also to ignite the fire within you, to remind you how awesome you are. I'm so happy you're here. So here we talk about real healing, not the bypassing kind, but the kind that meets you exactly where you are. We explore energy, spirituality, emotional release, nervous system regulation, divine support, and what it truly means to live in alignment with your soul while navigating this crazy real life, right? So you'll hear heartfelt conversations, intuitive teachings, gentle practices, and soul-led interviews. They're all designed to help you clear energetic blocks, reconnect with your inner wisdom, and reclaim your vitality without guilt or burnout. Right? Like we are done. We are done messing around. I am so fired up about this year of 2026 and I cannot wait to hang with you this year. So thank you so much for being here. This is the place where you don't have to have it all figured out, but it is the place where your strength is remembered, your light is reawakened. And if this resonates with you, I would love for you to follow the show. Please leave a review. It helps the message reach so many more individuals that need it at this time. You can also visit my website at angelreikijourney.com, scroll to the bottom, sign up for the newsletter to receive soulful updates, upcoming offers, gentle reminders that you are never alone in this path. Come connect with me on Instagram at Angel Reiki Journey and join the conversation, or you can find me on LinkedIn where I share reflections, teachings, and ways to bring this work into your life and leadership. You weren't ever meant to do this alone. You belong here. And I'm so glad you are here. So take a breath and welcome to the Sacred Soul Sisters podcast. Hey, how are you? Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Hey, y'all ever been to the dentist? Hopefully at least once, I would say. I don't know. They like you to go every 6 months or so, but I hate going to the dentist. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I just really had to share this. Like, okay, so for the last 10, maybe a little more years, I think maybe I went to the dentist one time because I really, really had a bad cavity and it hurt and I had to have a root canal. However, I spent the majority of my time just making sure I could get the kids to their dentist appointments and their follow-ups and all of that kind of stuff. You know, that stuff that you do as a mom, you end up like throwing you to the back of the line. And eventually, you know, you'll get back to doing your checkups and stuff. And before you know it, 10 years has gone by. And I had, this is probably too much information, but with all my pregnancies, I had insane nausea, vomiting. And to say morning sickness is really annoying because it was never just morning. It was all the freaking time for somewhere close to 5 months, the first 5 months with all of them. And so that also did not help my teeth, right? And anyway, so about 8 months ago or so, I made the dreaded appointment to the dentist. Like, I don't like the noises. I don't like someone in my mouth. I don't like, there's so many parts about it that I hate. And they're wonderful people. Like, I'm not like, this is not a hate thing on dentists. I just am not comfortable going. Like, I just, anyway. because I think, well, probably because I don't have a lot of control. Spirit just mentioned that's annoying, but probably there's some truth to that. Anyway, so I'm literally sitting in the parking lot of the dentist right now. I have had so many appointments at the dentist since I made that first appointment like 8 months ago because, surprise, surprise, they found all kinds of crap, right? They found things that, like a filling had come out and it needed to be put back in, and then I had to have another root canal, and then I had to have a crown and a bridge and I don't know, like a whole freaking town rebuilt in my mouth, which makes a lot of appointments, makes a lot of expenses too, which is also annoying. Anyway, okay, long story short. So I come into the dentist because I had a temporary crown on, and the temporary crown popped off like 4 days ago. And this is the soonest we could get back in. So I come in, now that area is super sore and irritated. I'm chewing on one side of my mouth, and I'm just dreading the dental appointment to begin with. I get in the dentist, I sit down, the lady's super nice, the dental assistant. She's amazing. In fact, everybody in my dentist office is so wonderful. So I keep reminding myself of that, and I'm like, okay, be a big girl today. Like, you're in your 40s. Suck it up, buttercup. Like, you can do this. Anyway, so I sit down in the reclining chair, which feels a lot like that would be the chair that would be in like a psychiatrist's office, right? I don't know. It just feels like that would be perfect. You give her a blanket. I'm really like all over the place today. I apologize. So I'm sitting there, and they've got to like clean around the tooth, and then they've got to make a new temporary crown because the one that popped off has like a little crack in it, so they got to keep trying it on and off, and it's really cold when they put it in, and the cold is now super sensitive to that area. And so I turn into like concrete on steroids. That's how tight my body is the whole time I'm in there, right? So I'm just very zeroed in on this situation. And I feel spirit like tapping me a little bit, but I'm really like swatting it away like it's a gnat or something, and which is not nice, and I shouldn't do that. But I was really annoyed that I had to be at the damn dentist again, right? And so then finally, I'm telepathically communicating with spirit, and I was like, okay, what? Like what? Really? Like right now, what? And they're like, Justina, all the time, when you call in your spirit team to do something, or you call them in to help you with something, or this and that, why does it never occur to you to do it here while you're in this situation? Because I was trying to get myself like calm down enough to give myself self Reiki. And then I was like, I could just put my hands on my heart, or wherever, like I could just, but like I was having such a hard time in that loop of like extreme anxiety and intensity that I didn't want to be there, and I couldn't get past that thought. So I was like, hey, good idea. Why don't I call in help for this? Because we all have, isn't that what I talk about? Calling in help? Like, what the heck am I thinking? So anyway, I'm like, who could I call in that could break through this, this loop, and I could at least start to feel the Reiki enough that I could give myself self Reiki afterwards, or what could I do, right? And I hear Usui Sensei, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes. So I was like, please, Usui Sensei, come in now, wherever you can be. And instantly I started to feel his hands on my shoulders. And what was great is I could feel his hands on my crown too. And I was like, how are you at my crown? Okay, so my logical mind still acted up, right? Because of all this stuff, this intensity that I brought to this dentist. And I was like, oh yeah, like your spirit form, like you could, and with your intention, you could be giving me Reiki in my crown, my Reiki in my shoulders, Reiki every freaking where, right? It was perfect. And I could feel my body sort of start to soften. And then I was like, you know who else I can call on? I can call on Jesus. And because I do work with Jesus and I do believe in Jesus. And so I called in Jesus as well. And I instantly started to feel him at my knees and at my feet. And it's about to bring tears to my eyes thinking about it, but I could feel finally my body to release the tension, to relax, to know that the appointment will be over. Things will be okay. We'll get through this. You always get through the dental appointment. It's not like, it's the end of the world. It's not, there's so many far worse situations. And I understand that. But I got really wrapped up in this one. And so what I think I'm going to do forward is call them both in prior to going into the dentist office. Get at the dentist office 20 minutes early, just sit in the parking lot, call them in, give myself self-Reiki, call in my angels, call in my entire spirit team, and just really feel them with me and reminding me that I'm okay. I am okay. I am safe. I am okay. I am safe. And to some people, all of this may sound really, really silly. And I apologize if it does. Like I said, I get it. It's not the end of the world. Like things could be 80 million times worse. I understand. But I just wanted to be vulnerable for a minute and let you know, while it may be something super small to people, it was very significant to me. And it really, I keep getting these visions every time I go of me. I know this sounds crazy, but like, Thursdays at the dentist with, Justina, the Reiki master, like to where like every Thursday, and I don't know why they're saying Thursday, but for some reason, like every Thursday, if you make an appointment, you will have the option to have me come in and do Reiki on you while you're in the appointment. And I could be down by the knees or the feet, and just really trying to, I know there's got to be other people out there that have anxiety going to the dentist. Maybe it's not that big of an issue, but I really feel like that would help me. My gosh, if they offered me someone to come in and give me Reiki while I was doing the dental procedure, I would grab my earbuds, put in meditative music, and I would just be like, yes, please, yes, please, yes, please. Like, I'll pay you whatever it is. Like, please, 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 because I need assistance to get through it. So if there's any dentists out there listening and want to trial that would be amazing. And I'll see if I can get my big girl panties on enough to mention it to my dentist, and see if that's something that they would be interested in. Reiki is such a good thing to have seriously everywhere. Like, it can be used for everything, like everything, everywhere. It's so amazing. I was talking to Pam Allen LeBlanc, who has a podcast. She's Canada-based, but she has a podcast called Reiki from the Farm, and it is wonderful, and she is wonderful. And I can't remember right now who she said it was, but someone had told her, or she had heard someone talking, that their dream was to have a person in like every family that knows how to do Reiki. And man, it's mind-blowing to think about the magnitude of that and what a positive, incredible environment that would have cultivated. I mean, it would just be wow. So it's starting to light more of a fire in me to do more teaching, to teach more classes, to know without a doubt how incredible and life transforming Reiki has been for me alone, but how it can be for everyone else and for the world as a collective, and for like just community. Like, every single time I teach a class, and it's so beautiful to watch the healing that occurs with them and the healing that occurs within me. And I'm so freaking honored to be able to be a witness to that. It's, wow. It's such a blessing. So anyway, that's it on the dentist. But and if there's anybody that works in a dentist office or anything like that, and anybody that, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it and what you guys experience, or maybe other techniques that you do use other than like making someone comatose for dental work, which is also an option. You can get anesthesia, and trust me, that is definitely something that has crossed my mind. However, I'm always like, I don't want to take the time to go under, and then they got to wait a little bit longer before I can leave after the appointment. Like, I want to be in and out as fast as possible. So yeah, email me of what your thoughts are on that. Or if you know, or if you have a family member that works in a dental office or anything like that, ask them like what they do or what their thoughts would be on, possibly introducing Reiki to the practice, or, I don't know, something like that. So reach out to me, email me, Justina@angelreikijourney.com. And Justina is Justina. And I would love to hear your thoughts. So we do have some exciting interviews coming up, lined up for the podcast in the very near future. Please stay tuned for those, because, oh my gosh, you guys, they're so good. These people are so good. Okay, sorry, I'm probably a little biased, but I love the feeling that you get when you are able to have a conversation with somebody that is fully aligned is so amazing and magical. And it's like everything around turns into fairy dust, and all of these beautiful miracles and marvels start to happen, and we get to be a part of that. So thank you so much for being here. Another thing I want to talk about today is taking care of you. How you doing with that? I want to have a little heart to heart about that, because this one's especially for, like the parents, the caregivers, the healers, all those providing some sort of care, or, no, I think care encompasses all of it. Like, if you're taking care of anyone else at any point in time, I think this is very much directed at you. Or if you're taking care of, animals, and you have taken in 8,000 animals and rescued them and spending all of your time taking care of them, this is for you. But honestly, I just want you to know that I see you. I've been a nurse for over 2 decades, and I'm a Reiki master. I've been a Reiki practitioner for over 2 decades, and something I've seen very clearly in hospitals, in home, in energy sessions, in my own life, is the ones who give the most are often the ones who give to themselves the least. We really got to figure out a way to change that, especially with this, us moving into a different frequency, a different dimension, all of these world changes that are taking place. We have to be taking care of our physical body, because the downloads and the upgrades and all kinds of things that are taking place on a consciousness level, on a spiritual level, is a lot. It's in a good way a lot. But if we're not taking care of our physical body, we're going to really struggle to integrate and calibrate all of that. Okay. So somewhere along the way, I feel like pretty early on for a lot of us, we kind of got the message that, like, we were taught that being strong means pushing through. Like, in spite of everything, you just keep going. Like, you keep pushing, you keep doing. And while there are some circumstances where that's definitely the truth, I would probably say a different way to look at that would be like, you keep getting back up. And taking pauses when needed and that kind of stuff. there does come a time where your physical body and spirit, for that matter, will shut you down. If you are continuing to push through when you're feeling in the back of your heart, like, I need to slow down. I need to slow down. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Eventually something will be put in your way, or disease will start to build in your body. And we don't have time for that to happen, to be honest, right? So we learned this, whether we were told this or whether it was just like observed, that, to be strong means pushing through, and that to love someone or to really care about someone means you do lots of self-sacrifice, and rest is lazy, and that I'm fine is the acceptable answer, even when our body is screaming from the top of its lungs, no, 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 I need help. But here's the truth. So chronic depletion turns into chronic stress. Chronic stress turns into inflammation, and inflammation over time opens the door for disease. And if you already have an underlying illness, it opens the door for that to go into an insane exacerbation. Yes, sometimes these things will still happen in our body without a rhyme or reason. I understand that. But I want you to know that it's very important to take care of ourselves in order to do what we can on our part to not have to go through, the worsening part of it if we can. So this isn't just energetic language. This is physiology. So when you are in constant fight or flight mode, your body does not prioritize healing. It prioritizes survival. So it totally shifts from what our bodies were created to do, to just self-heal and everything, but it can't do both. It can't fight in survival and be healing. Okay. So please hear this. If you're a parent, if you're caring for aging parents, if you work in healthcare, if you're the emotional rock in your family, if you're the Dear Abby of the group, if you're expending enormous energy, physical energy, emotional energy, mental energy, spiritual energy, and if you never pause to replenish, the body will eventually pause you, right? And that's kind of what I had mentioned already. Sometimes the body will gently pause you, sometimes not so gently. And then sometimes we look at ending up with burnout, autoimmune conditions, exhaustion, anxiety, depression, chronic pain, fibromyalgia, all of those kinds of things. Your body isn't trying to betray you. It's talking to you. It's communicating with you. It's shouting out desperately like, hey, I'm still here. Yes, you're doing a great job for everybody else, but I'm ready for you to do a great job for you. And I think something that we need to hear so often, I needed to hear this. I still need to hear this sometime, to be honest with you. Self-care is not selfish. Self-care is not selfish. It is preventative medicine. Self-care isn't just like bubble baths and spa days, and all those are amazing. But, self-care is checking in with yourself. Taking a pause for a minute, noticing your breath, and saying no when your body says no. This is a hard one for me. And sometimes I do better than others with this. I used to be someone that never said no. That was just, okay, yeah, sure, love to. Okay. That kind of thing. And, but man, it's terrible. Eating real food. And by real food, the best case scenario would be food out of the own garden that you planted. Because I feel like there's so much stuff in the US anyway that is being put into our foods. It's just insane. But trying to eat organic when we can afford to, because the economy is really hard right now too. But if there's any possible patch of ground near you or whatever that you can plant some seeds for things, eating stuff out of there would probably do your body some insane goodness, right? Because it would be, where that grew, you can pray over those plants every day. You can nourish your body while eating them. I mean, there's so many different benefits to that. And your hands in the dirt is also very healing and grounding because Mother Earth is amazing. So making sure you're getting sleep, moving your body, turning off your phone, sitting in silence, letting yourself receive help. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back, letting yourself receive help. Okay, and for the people in the front, because I can feel my Virgo self arguing, letting yourself receive help. Receiving is huge. And so many people that are caregivers, no matter what their role as that caregiver is, but if they're caregivers, they struggle with receiving. But healing requires it. Healing requires receptivity. Even the earth has seasons of receiving, right? Winter is a season of restoration. Nature does not bloom year round fully in a lot of most places in the world. So why do you think we should? So from an energetic perspective, when you're constantly giving outward, your auric field thins. Your heart chakra overextends, your solar plexus overworks, your root chakra destabilizes, and you start to feel ungrounded, irritable, resentful, exhausted. And it's not because you're ungrateful, it's because you're depleted. Nothing else is there. And depletion over time creates imbalance. Imbalance creates vulnerability. But here's the empowering part. Your body wants to heal. Your energy body wants to rebalance, and you are designed for restoration. What you have to do is allow it. How do you allow it? By taking the time to be still. You know, I know that I talk about self-care in a lot of different episodes. I understand. I'm sorry if seems annoying, but we need to be reminded of it. We have so much information coming at us all damn day long, and we have so many different things going on. And when we're caretaking for everybody, we need to be reminded. We need to be reminded of how important this is. So let me offer you something practical. 5 minutes. Okay. And we've talked about this before. There's other ideas in different episodes, but if you can take 5 minutes, you can set your timer, sit somewhere quiet, one hand on your heart, one hand on your abdomen, your sacral chakra, take some slow, deep breaths, ask yourselves, what do I need today? Not what do your children need? Not what do your patients need? Not what does your partner need? Not what does the neighbor need? Not what does the animals need? What do I need? And listen. Listen. And when I say listen, I don't mean listen audibly. I mean listen to the cues in your body. What's the first thought that pops in? What's something that you feel? You may hear, I need water. Yeah, in a logical sense, that sounds insane. But do you know how busy everyone is? Like, yeah, you forget to drink water. You may hear, I need to go outside. You may hear, I need to cry. You may hear, I need to rest. Or you may hear, I need to ask for help. Honor the answers that you get. Don't double think them. Don't think I'm just making this up. Just honor them. Tiny daily honoring prevents massive breakdown later. And when you're regularly decompressing, when you're taking these times, your cortisol level overall lowers, your blood pressure stabilizes, your digestion improves, your immune function strengthens, your inflammation decreases, and your body's able to move from survival to repair. And if you're already dealing with an illness, this becomes even more essential for you. Healing does not happen in chaos. It happens in safety. And we're living in freaking chaos right now. So we got to do this, guys. You must create safety for your body. And I want to speak directly to the one who feels guilty even listening to this. Listen, Your children do not need a depleted version of you. Your patients do not need a martyr, do not need a snippy, irritable caretaker. Your family does not need a superhero. They need a regulated, nourished, able to be present human being. And when you model self-care, when you let people see you taking moments of self-care, you teach your children, your patients, your family the importance of self-worth, And when you receive help, you normalize community. When you rest, you show that your life matters too. So today, I just invite you to ask yourself, where am I overgiving? Where am I under receiving? And what small act of care can I give myself today? Again, self-care is not indulgence. Self-care is a responsibility. It's a wisdom. It's a prevention, and it is medicine. And you, my beautiful caregiver, you are worthy of it. You are worthy of it. You are worthy of it. So take care of the one who takes care of everyone else. And so it is. All right, guys, I will see you in the next episode. I love you. I love you. I love you. Hang in there. Big hugs to all of you. Bye-bye. Hi, before you go, hey, I just want to say thank you again. I'm so grateful you're here. Thank you for sharing this space with me today. And I hope that you can feel the sense of community. Every time you listen to one of these episodes, you're in community with not only me, but everybody else that's listening too. And in that beautiful frequency that's created, we get to have our hearts infused with the love and peace and the hope that we have for each other. So thank you so much for that. So as you move back into your day, I invite you to take a moment, just soften your shoulders, breathe into your heart, and notice what shifted for you in this conversation. How do you feel? I hope amazing. And if this episode resonated, please follow the Sacred Soul Sisters podcast. Take a minute to leave a review. Your words help this healing ripple reach other beautiful souls who are quietly longing for support, remembrance, and community. And stay connected. You can visit my website, angelreikijourney.com. You can book an Angel Reiki session there. You can see some of the other events that we have going on. And if you scroll to the bottom, sign up for the newsletter where I share soulful reflections, upcoming offers, and gentle invitations to reconnect with yourself. You can also find me on Instagram at Angel Reiki Journey for inspiration. Connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm over there too. And remember, you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to carry all this alone. You are deeply supported. You are divinely guided, and you are worthy of ease and joy and magnetizing moments in your life. And I'm so excited for that. Until we meet again, take care of your beautiful heart and know that it's okay to choose yourself. It's okay to offer self-love to yourself, and it's okay to receive the love and abundance this universe wants to give you. So I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.